security of the cloud. But before we talk about that, let's take a quick look at the AWS global infrastructure. AWS groups their physical data centers into logical units called availability zones. These data centers are interconnected over fully redundant, dedicated low-latency connections. So you may view an availability zone as one logical data center. Now, AWS groups its availability zones into AWS regions. An AWS region usually has two or more of these availability zones, which are physically separated and isolated from each other, so that if one availability zone goes down, the others are not affected. When you create certain resources on AWS, you will need to select the AWS region to host that resource. Several factors may impact your decision about which AWS region to choose. For example, selecting the AWS region where your end users are located ensures the best user experience. Let's say that most of your end users are located in South America. In this case, selecting the São Paulo AWS region would be a better choice than the Singapore AWS region. Another factor in selecting an AWS region is compliance. You may have compliance requirements where your data needs to reside in a certain country or replicated to a specific country for disaster recovery, for example. Service availability is another important factor. While the most popular AWS services are available in all regions, not every region offers all AWS services. When deciding on a region, take both your current and your future AWS needs into account. And finally, we have cost. The price across regions varies due to different regulations in each country. Capital and operational expenses, such as the cost of electricity, for example, varies across different geographic locations. You will need to identify the optimal trade-off between cost and the other factors I just mentioned.